Instacart is on a mission to have you not leave the couch this basketball season. Because between the pre-game rituals and the post-game interviews, it can be difficult to find time for everything else. So let Instacart take care of your game day snacks or weekly restocks and get delivery in as fast as 30 minutes. Because we hear it's bad luck to be hungry on game day. So download the Instacart app today and enjoy $0 delivery fees on your first 3 orders. Service fees apply for 3 orders in 14 days, excludes restaurants.
On today's Smart 7, Labour migration plan sparks backlash, Hamas release last American hostage, and lots more. It's Tuesday 13th of May, it's Hummus Day, and happy birthday, Robert Pattinson.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
The Labour government published a new white paper on Monday, which laid out plans to dramatically cut migration by introducing tighter visa rules, longer waiting time for settled status, and introducing English language requirements for work visas. PM Keir Starmer, who spoke behind a podium with Securing Britain's Future on it, was accused of stirring up anti-immigrant rhetoric and of echoing the notorious Enoch Powell speech where he spoke of rivers of blood.
Now, in a diverse nation like ours, these rules become even more important. Without them, we risk becoming an island of strangers, not a nation that walks forward together.
The new scheme, which aims to cut migration by at least 100,000, will also see changes to the visa scheme for carers, which has caused concern from NHS unions and care homes. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper was focused on defending the measures and providing more options for people already here.
This is a series of different measures, but crucially to make sure that we're also providing the training and the skills here in the UK, because that's what's just been missing for far too long.
Starmer's new plan aims to turn the page on chaos in a reference to the dramatic jump in migrant numbers in 2023 and 2024 under the previous Tory government. However, Tory leader Kemi Badenoch was unimpressed by the new proposals, claiming that Labour don't believe in secure borders.
I think Labour are taking the public for fools. Many of the things he was announcing are things that they are voting against right now. Labour are taking us for fools.
There was also a backlash from Labour MPs and a dressing down from the Speaker of the House for announcing details in public rather than in the Commons. Reform's Nigel Farage spent the morning complaining about illegal migration and channel crossings, while his party colleague Anne Widcombe seemed to be suggesting to Times Radio that the clampdown on visas for carers was a step too far.
The exceptions that we would make would be people coming to work in the NHS and people are coming to work in care.
An independent report commissioned by the UN found that Gaza is at critical risk of famine after 10 weeks of an Israeli blockade that has seen no food, aid or fuel enter the Palestinian territory. The Trump administration have been negotiating with Hamas in advance of Donald's planned visit to the Middle East this week, and there was some good news as the last US hostage, American-Israeli soldier Eden Alexander, who was captured on October 7th, was released on Monday. The release appears to be a gesture of goodwill from Hamas, but Israeli PM Netanyahu was quick to claim credit because of the Israeli military presence in Gaza. Eden's brother Tal Haimi says it's time for all the hostages to be released.
I am joyful and thankful to the U.S. administration for pushing forward and making this happen. This only shows us the only way that hostages come back home alive and unhurt is by making deals.
Monday was another busy day of chaos at the Trump White House as controversy swirled around a high-end jet that Qatar have decided to gift to the president to replace Air Force One. The catch is that Trump gets to keep it after he leaves office, which certainly sounds like a breach of several rules. There was also continuing chaos at Newark Airport and an announcement of a step back from the tariff war with China, but only for 90 days, and with tariffs still at 30%. But as one tariff war paused, the US president launched a brand new tariff initiative, this one aimed at Big Pharma. The announcement was difficult to follow, but it appears to involve putting new tariffs on drugs made outside the US.
So for the first time in many years, we'll slash the cost of prescription drugs, and we will bring fairness to America. Drug prices will come down by much more, really, if you think. It depends on the way you want to analyze it, but in one way you could analyze it that way. But between 59 and 80, and I guess even 90%.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, in association with Metro, Brad Pitt gets revved up, and Nicole Scherzinger has a surprise announcement. Right after this.
Hey, this is Josie Santi from the Every Girl podcast, and this episode is brought to you by Nordstrom. Summer's here, and Nordstrom has everything you need for your best dressed season ever. From beach days and weddings to weekend getaways and your everyday wardrobe, discover stylish options under $100 from tons of your favorite brands like Mango, Skims, Princess Polly, and Madewell. It's easy, too, with free shipping and free returns, in-store order pickup, and more. Shop today, in stores, online at Nordstrom.com, or download the Nordstrom app.
Welcome back. You know it's getting close to summer when tennis pops back up to the top of the sports headlines. This week sees the Italian Open in its final week in Rome, with just under 2 weeks to go until the French Open gets underway at Roland Garros at the end of the month. Jack Draper is in last 16 action on Tuesday after he made all kinds of headlines for a racket-smashing fit of temper on court on Sunday. Emma Raducanu was on a pretty good run into the last 16 and hoping for a quarter-final spot, but she faced Coco Gauff, who was just too strong for the Brit, with the game finishing 6-1, 6-2 to the American. Gauff was delighted to get the win in windy conditions.
It was tough conditions. It was super windy, and this court is super dry compared to the other ones. So I played a match on here yesterday, so I knew what to expect. But and obviously Emma's a tough opponent no matter what surface, and she's tough to play. So I'm really happy with how I play.
Nicole Scherzinger has been busy reinventing herself, this time as a Broadway star. The former lead Pussycat doll, who has also been a contestant on Dancing with the Stars and a judge on pretty much every reality TV show going, has just been nominated for a Tony Award. It's for her performance in a new stripped-down version of Sunset Boulevard, which has been getting great reviews. She told CBS News that it's been a lifelong dream and that she's unusually well endowed for this kind of challenge.
I've always had big balls. I've grown so much because you're completely vulnerable out there.
Yes.
You have no sets. I've evolved so much as an actor and as a person, and I'm very proud. I'm never been so courageous.
This weekend sees the Italian Grand Prix, but if you're really desperate for a fix of some Formula One, the trailer for Brad Pitt's new racing movie just dropped. It's called F1, and it sets out to answer the question, could a really old guy still win a race? Brad Pitt, who is 61 years old but has an incredible skincare routine, plays Sonny Hayes, a veteran racer brought back to help out a struggling team, while Damson Idris plays a sharp modern rookie who is determined to fight for his place. It's shot on F1 tracks and it certainly looks the part. It'll hit cinemas on June 27th.
When you look in the mirror, you see this rough and tumble, old school cowboy. Doesn't take orders, goes his own way, huh? Well, I've news for you. Formula One is a team sport. It always was.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes and we'll give you the world.
Summer's here, and Nordstrom has everything you need for your best dressed season ever. From beach days and weddings to weekend getaways and more, discover stylish options under $100 from tons of your favorite brands like Mango, Skims, Princess Polly, and Madewell. It's easy too, with free shipping and free returns, in-store order pickup, and more. Shop today, in stores, online at Nordstrom.com, or download the Nordstrom app.